Welcome back, Indie Game Fanatics, to our continuing Let's Play of Caribbean Legend. Before we jump into it, we are going to go over the comments from yesterday. We've got a ton of them from Wolfsbane, who was able to catch up afterwards, and he's here right now. So you're able to start stream today. Thought you'd reschedule it. No, you talked me into it. I managed to just get home just a little bit ago. If my girlfriend wasn't awake at the time, I wouldn't have been able to do it because I need to make sure she has food to take some meds this week. Thankfully, she was up, so I was able to get her lunch. So that way we can play for a couple hours. So we'll get things going. Had a lot to take care of this morning. I'm just glad I was able to get it done. Alright, so to go over, let me see here. We've got a lot of them. Wolfsbane, yes, I'm here and in good health. Yep, glad to see you, man. And never worry about missing something. Your life takes focus always. So yes, MacArthur is not her real surname, but it's not like the most confusing part of this quest line. I highly recommend the first playthrough in this quest line to have a pen and paper nearby. You know how I roll. Because, oh boy, Pirate Saga is basically a TV series that tells the player a story of the whole Sea Dogs franchise. So, I'm going to try and not confuse too much of it, but let me do a quick refresher of what I've learned so far, or what I've got in my head so far. Most of it's going to be from the Sea Dogs, like the quest so far. Some of it's going to be from bits probably Mangy told me. I'm not 100% sure. Some of it will get mixed up in my head. But, so what we've learned is that Helen is Nicholas Sharp's granddaughter. Her father was the pirate, the Butcher, who was the captain of... what the hell was the ship's name? Can't remember the ship's name right now. Her mother was Beatrice Sharp, though. Her uncle was Blaze Sharp. Or was that her brother? That I'm not too sure on. And then we've got Jackman and Svensson are the two pirate barons we're dealing with now. Svensson helped Helen's adopted mother out, and her father basically ended up raising her to be Capt'n and take over the Rainbow when he passed away. Until she was just caught by that English captain and was gonna be violated. We saved her from that. Jackman is trying to find her, and he was also trying to find Henry the Hangman, who we managed to find in Cartagena at the lighthouse, where he ended up having a heart attack after giving us the ring that the Butcher had given him, along with a chest of gold that was supposed to go to Helen's adopted mother to help take care of her. But things happened. He didn't make it in time, and the Spanish had attacked. I think it was Belize was where they had been located at the time, just after they had fled. And let's see here. Just gotta go through the rest of the comments real quick, guys. And then I'll look at the live stream to see how I did with that story recollection so far. Let's see here. So the ship inside of Svensson's office is, if you recall correctly, the Flute model from Sea Dogs 2. Told you a little bit about FTJR gives you several chances to leave Tyrex after burning down Merida and before Cartagena. Yes, you can leave there, but it will not influence the main story, but it will cut out some of the Easter eggs during Pirate Saga, and you'll lose some prizes from FTJR if you do. Jackman's men can come at any time, not just there. So I'm pretty sure I'd have to check the video timestamp, but I'm pretty sure that is from when Mangi thought they were going to attack me after leaving the lighthouse after visiting with Henry the Hangman. I shouldn't have touched those chests. Yeah. That's why I saved right before I went up there, and I'm like, let's see what happens. I don't know. Because sometimes you get punished for stuff, sometimes you like, that's the thing you're supposed to do, so you never know until you do it, and then see what the consequences are. We've decided that way. Dev's breaking the fourth wall and telling the player that Helen is conceptually right choice for Charles. Okay, so I'm guessing that's like the dream with the 224 in there, the gypsy woman. Regarding the description of Helen's mother, Helen is just a reskin of her, but with blonde hair and different pants. Here, Charles is telling his backstory that you've chosen at the start of the game. So for Duelist, Soldier, and Sharpshooter, that dialogue is different. Because I went with Accountant, that's why my backstory was what it was when I was having drinks with Helen in the bar. About the fact that Jackman is not working alone. This man not only has a shadow behind him, but he is also a shadow for someone else. Very significant in the story, but about that later. Could Zoro have been working for Jackman? I don't freaking know. I'm still trying to figure out where the hell Zoro came into this story. Or Renault, depending on what land he's in. If I remember correctly, you can sell needles to Aruba if the devs didn't fix it. I'm going to have to find that out, because next playthrough, needles will be going to Aruba if that's the case. Everybody wishes they would shut up talking about the builder on my island, Islamona. Watching the stream, not even playing through this quest again, but I already want to delete his voice files from the game before I remember where. As I told you in the comments, if you find out where, let me know. I wouldn't mind his dialogue. It's just very long. If it was a shorter dialogue, it wouldn't be so annoying. But it's such a long dialogue, and because I read the dialogues out loud, like the scripted words, when he says that long-ass spoken dialogue every single time you interact with him, that's the only reason why it's annoying to me, honestly. If it was a rotation of different dialogues, that also wouldn't be as bad. Since you know this story, I'll tell you a bit more about Sea Dogs 2. Originally, Sea Dogs 3 should have come out right after first part, with all the assets used in the second part. But the Disney and Bethesda, when they bought the rights to Sea Dogs 2, gave Aquila this cooperation proposal. So when it came to developing Sea Dogs 3, Aquila just scrapped everything planned and started development for the clear page, which caused a huge blunder that I described in the comment about Sea Dogs 3, and total disaster on the release. Yeah. Sea Dogs 3 was your first part of the series that you'd ever played. Oof. Oof. It was not long after its release in 2006, I guess. See, back after I originally played Pirates of the Caribbean, I did go on to play like some of the other pirate RPGs from this that spawned either from Sea Dogs or some of the other ones that came out at the time, like City of Abandoned Ships and some of the other ones. One moment.
I need a bar.
All right, guys. Sorry. Gotta run for a minute. We'll catch back up after it in just a sec.
It won't be long, I promise. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. We have a homemade soundboard on the wall behind her computer to try and help with the fact that she's a very loud person. And one of the pins that we used to hold it into the wall fell off, and she was worried that the cats were gonna get at it, as it was just somewhere on the floor in the room, so I had to go find it. So that the cats don't get hurt. Okay, let me see here. Let's finish this up. I think we only got one more big one. Okay, so this one was from earlier on. Nope, I already read that one. Okay, we're good. We're good. Alright, so from the past, we have Nicholas Sharp, legendary pirate, who carried the dream of the pirate country. He had 2 kids, Blaze and Beatrice. Okay, so Blaze was Beatrice's brother. So that would be Helen's uncle. Fun fact, they are step-siblings because they had different mothers. Okay. After Nicholas died, he passed to each of them a piece of a map, yep, which we learned about, to his treasures on Isla Tesoro. I thought the island itself was the prize. Originally, it was Isla Mona, but to each his own, devs messed up the names, and now Isla Mona is your personal island. That's kind of funny. They messed up the names, and so they just changed geographically what the prize was. So both Blaze and Beatrice were killed, but both of unknown for known occasions. Yeah, Beatrice died back before the Butcher, or around that same time. She passed on the part of her map to Helen, and then Blaze only recently was killed. And so his map piece has disappeared. And so more than likely the reason that Jackman's trying to hunt down Helen is because he wants the other piece of the map. I bet Jackman has something to do with the other piece of the map. Alright, so let's get back into this. Back in Helen's room. Helen is now my officer now. I never thought I would command such a remarkable woman. Now I must wait for Svensson, who is preparing his overall plan. 24th of October, 1659, Sharptown will be handed over to the British. So this is why, once you start this, you can't really go do other stuff and just kind of ignore this quest line, because you're on a time limit. Complete it before Sharptown gets handed over to the British. Roomba. I wonder why Svensson entrusted his precious Roomba to me. It would have been safer to keep her in his home, or better yet, locked inside the fort at Blueweld. The sea holds many dangers, and giving her to a stranger like me seems an unnecessary risk. Either Svensson knows more than he's letting on, or Ellen herself requested this. In any case, she and I have a significant task ahead, and it makes sense to establish at least a working relationship. I'll take her to Isla Tesoro and show her the inheritance. It's risky, but I hope it will break the ice between us. So I'm supposed to head there? Next. What was the other bit of info that was mentioned before? Something about a jailer was mentioned. Gladys is Helen's foster mother. The former executioner of St. John's holds knowledge that may be of interest to me. I wonder where I get to find out who this person was. Or if I just need to go there. Isn't St. John's, Antigua? Where we've already been? Alright, we need to equip her. What role does she fill? Heavy weapon, light weapon. We're heading to Isla Tesoro, as I remember. Yeah, that's the last thing mentioned in the log about her. I'm just trying to figure out what her stats are. They're all over the place. But she is a skilled navigator and boatswain. Partially. Place her as a vanguard, give her some weapons and healing pots. I'd probably do, like... maybe Tommy? Nah, he's got his sniper rifle. Maybe Longway? Alright, we gotta get to my ship first. What type of weapon's good on Helen? It looks like she's kind of like statted into a variety. It's kind of weird. You're the navigator, so... looks like she might be like a heavy weapon soldier. For now, light weapons, but soon she'll have a unique weapon. Okay. Interesting. Is her unique weapon also going to be a light weapon then? I don't know why she has heavy weapon here then. Is it going to be long or short? I'll figure out how to stat her properly. Nice, she's already got adventurer stat. Straight long. That would go with long, short, or light. Maybe a light long weapon. So we got kicking around. Let's grab a variety for now. I'll figure it out. We do have Prophet's Wrath. Might be the best one here. 2337, 2143, 2245, 2450. So yeah, Prophet's Wrath. It's like Scrapper's Rapier might be the best one for now. Or the 4-shot. Where is my armors? I not changed the... Oh, she isn't stat for using that yet. Yeah, she doesn't have the multi... When is it? Single 2-shot, 2-handed, or multi-shot 1-handed weapons. So that would be the stat I'd want. Stat towards that. And we'll pick up more sword skills once I see what she can use. Okay, works for now. Alright. So for now, into the logbook, we'll take her to Isla Tesoro and show her the inheritance. Before we do that, pretty sure I'm low on food right now. No, we got 30 days. We're good. Which quest, game? Which quest? Yeah, this morning was a bit ridiculous. I had to wait like 45 minutes after my appointment was supposed to start before the doctor would see me this morning. I think I got out of there, it was like an hour and a half after I was supposed to be there. Dan already mentioned that you have 1 year to complete the pirate saga. It's mentioned in the logbook. It's mentioned it was 1 year after the death of Blaze that it would go to, what's his name? But yeah, 24th of October, 1659, Sharptown will be handed over to the British. Oh, look at that poor boat. Trying to get through the rocks.
Aye, aye, my captain. Who are we saving today?
Thank you for bringing me here, Captain. Let's have a look around, shall we? Let's examine my inheritance. Haven't you been here before? No. It's quite a ways back. Besides, I'm no pirate. This place has never been particularly fascinating. And after they killed Blaze, it's better not to linger here. We won't. I already regret bringing you here. Interesting.
Let luck be always smiling down on me.
Here we go. I was like, where is something gonna happen?
Come on, after. And no funny business.
Dane, lucky day, lads. Told you she'd come here sooner or later, didn't I? Alright, sweetheart. Hand over the weapons and come with us. You've got it wrong, lad. She's with me. Stay out of this or I'll shoot you like a dog. There's a good sum offered for the girl, and we're hungry men, lacking in principles. Keep talking to me in that tone, and I'll solve your hunger problem permanently. Oh, there's just a few of them.
Come on, after. And no funny business.
Just a couple guys. Well, look who we have here. All right, everyone. Else, clear out. And you, madame, come with us.
You're just who we need, buddy.
Have you gotten completely mad? Lucky we found her first. You'd better have a good reason for running your foolish mouth at me.
You're just who we need, buddy.
We outnumber you and we're tougher, Dane. What other reason do you need, you bilge rat? It's been 6 months since you've seen a decent haul, and you've been eating breadcrumbs off Vazi's table. You're the rat here. We had just torn a big fat Spaniard apart. We can sit on our asses for a year.
You're just who we need, buddy.
Lucky. Looks like there won't be a peaceful resolution here. What'd you say? Lucky? I heard a rumor that he and Vazi conspired to give you dodgy tips. That explains your streak of bad luck at sea. I'm tired of this farce. Isla Tesoro, listen to me. Who was with me in Cartagena? Who burns Merida with me? These rats dare to come at Charlie Prince himself? Let's show 'em, lads. Yeah, I'm not doing the third option. I'm not Charlie Prince anymore. I will set them against each other, though. No, you do? Why? I has cat. Oh, don't want to be under the blanket? Oh, you just want me to see what happens, don't you? Alright. There you go. You happy? we have to walk by the tavern for it to proc, or is it a timed event? Okay, so
You're just
walking
who we
by.
need, buddy. Don't move a muscle.
What? Damn it! I knew you were colluding with that bespectacled scoundrel. Cut them all down, lads. We'll pick up that girl, the girl leader.
Rest in peace.
Shit from the corner. Shit from the corner. I slacked a bit. You're fine.
You're just who we need, buddy. You're just who we need, buddy.
I'm not ready for a big fight first thing when I start playing. That's fine, I just have to get into a position where I can fight. That was hit me in the back.
You promised to tell me something very important.
Hold on, let a girl catch her breath. Are you really the one Charlie Prince? There was a time like that in my life, yes. Are you impressed? It won't be the last time that Charlie's past will follow him during this quest line. Okay. Oh my god, yes. Be sure to tell me everything later, alright? Because I've only heard stories, very indecent stories. I'll tell you everything, almost everything. I'll be waiting eagerly. Come on, let's take a look at the residence. There's nothing else we're seeing here anyway. What about that huge ship hauled ashore? Yes, you're right, I'd love to explore it, but to be honest, Charles, I'm a little afraid of it. Let's go. First, I'm gonna loot some bodies. Free money. How'd somebody die all the way back here? Any more? No. Alright, so which house is the manor here in this town? No idea. This one? No. That's the store. It is that. Okay. Haven't been in this one before. Already sitting in the chair, huh?
Aye, aye, my captain. Who are we saving today?
A cramped, cold hovel with absurd demands. I already feel as if I'm in a trap. I see that so far you're not pleased with the potential property. No, Charles, perhaps I'm too fussy, but for now, epitomizes everything I fear and hate. I hope I'll be able to rent it out, although I'm not sure where I'll spend the money. Don't underestimate the value of rent. I don't pay rent, and often I have to come up with ways to pay my crew. You'll buy yourself a new ship, Rainbow 2. Sounds good, don't you think? There are many ways to spend money on yourself. Start with a personalized sword and a bottle of excellent wine. Treat yourself, Helen, you deserve it. You didn't like that answer.
Aye, aye, my captain.
All
Who
right.
are we saving today?
Thank you, my captain. I'm pleased to hear that. In any case, the inspection is complete. There seem to be no valuables here. The riffraff has already managed to loot everything, and I'm sure the second floor is in the same condition. It's as if you've changed, Helen. When we were together last time, you were, I don't know, more open? Nothing has changed, my captain, but a lot has fallen on a poor girl's shoulders. Haha. I didn't mean to offend you, I just need to think over a lot of things right now, you know. Such sharp turns in my life don't happen every day. We still have plenty of time together. Glad to hear that. Let's get out of here. Hey, I'm gonna check everything. Cutlass Ablaze. I'm guessing this is going to be her unique sword. Where is it? Cutlass Ablaze. That's just a medium. Damn. Yeah. Cutlass Ablaze, medium short curved superior, a true legend, one of the most revered regalia among New World pirates, and simply a captain's splendid weapon. Damn. Shame it's not as good as, you know, mine with the min damage rolls, but pretty good weapon. Where'd it go? So it's the same style weapon as mine, basically.
You promised to tell me something very important.
Hey, not everything's been looted. Look, Helen, this saber seems to be legendary, given that even the local riffraff hesitated to pocket it. Shiver me timbers, this is the legendary Cutlass Ablaze himself. Pirates respected him too much to take the cutlass from his home even after his death. They took the money and valuables, of course, but even future gallows birds have remnants of honor. It looks like someone is clearly tidying up here, as if the owner will come back. This is not a home, it's a memorial. Thanks for the keen observation, Charles. You've completely ruined this place for me, haha. I think this cutlass is yours now. Blaze is your so-called uncle. You're making it even more terrifying, my captain. I can't. I'm afraid that if I accept it, my past life will come to a complete end. Then take it not as part of the inheritance, but as a gift from a handsome man. Who could that be? Just kidding. Thank you for dispelling my dark thoughts, Captain. I promise I'll train hard to become worthy of this blade. You're worthy of the finest weapon, Helen. Let's go. We're done here. I'm even more confused about her stats, though. Well, at least we don't need to deal with that. Light, short. We gotta get curved and short damage weapon. You can get 20% more damage here. Outside of that, she's already got the energy. Doesn't need the heavy attacks. She doesn't need anything else down here then. Okay. There's 2 more sword skills to get. Is she using it now? Yep. Let's grab that back from her. It was a foolish idea. I seem to have forgotten how to court women entirely. Helen clearly wasn't fond of Isla Tesoro and the cold, empty mansion belonging to her uncle, with a pile of bodies at the doorstep. Certainly didn't improve her mood. Nevertheless, the endeavor did yield some results. I realized that Miss Sharp is burdened by the unexpected inheritance she received, and she is still mourning the recent tragic loss of her ship and crew. Helen is searching for her place in the world, troubled by the loss of control over her own fate. She's especially unsettled by the fact that she's become a pawn in the hands of the powerful, myself included. No one asked her opinion, just as no one asked mine back in St. Pierre on October 1st, 1654. I truly want to help her. Hey, Mangy. How's it going? I truly want to help her, but it doesn't really say what we can do. Ah, okay. Yeah, I was thinking the only other thing it says is we're waiting for Ian to come up with the next move.
I see a pennant!
Yeah, let's blow up some pirate ships on the way.
Load the bombs!
Alright, I'll practice some aiming in the dark. 5 a.m., so sun will be up soon. Come on, lock on. There we go. Nice. Let's see if we can sink it. Not enough of a hit. Let's turn around and hit with the other side. It's dead. So that's less than 10% life, right? Almost sunk it in that one volley. A couple shots were too far forward. They slowed down a lot. Board the last two so I can take their food. Zebek, Brigantine, easy ships.
Take no prisoners!
Give me your food. You ain't got much of it. Gunpowder, weapons. Okay. We gotta sink you so that you can't. Sink it. Get some more food. That's better. There we go. Now we got a couple more days' food. How are we doing? 5.7%. Over a third of the way now. Good 224.
No, dog. Come a little closer.
so close to 100.
Charles, but what chance? I've already started to miss you.
There you are, Charles. I've mulled over our predicament a bit. I wouldn't exactly call it a plan, but I'm all ears. First, you need to find the shark. He wanted to get rid of Lavassier himself, and I assure you he has some bright ideas. Of course, we could also persuade Marcus to accept the leadership. He is the keeper of the Codex after all, but I doubt he would be of any help. He has intentionally limited any contact with Lavassier and Tortuga, a man of principles. I have no idea where Stephen and his men are hiding, but his frigate Fortune was seen at Port-au-Prince. Perhaps Zachary Marlowe, also known as the Black Pastor, can point us to where we should look for the shark. Second, we have to gain the support of the other barons to elect Dodson. And in order to do that, we need to collect their Indian shards, the votes. Right, 1 second, there's a lot of info here. Alright, so find shark. He wants to find shark. Persuade Marcus to accept leadership, possibly. Doubt that would do any help. No idea where Stephen and his men are hiding. But his frigate Fortune. My handwriting's bad. Perhaps Marlowe, Black Pastor, can point us to where we should look for shark. Second, we have to gain support of the other barons to elect Dodson. Dodson. Collect Indian shards. Votes. The new leader must have all 5 of them. That is what the code tells us to do in the case that the previous leader has died. Ridiculous. It's time to change the laws, but only the new leader can do that. We already have my vote. I believe that Black Pastor doesn't give a damn whose arse is planted in Sharptown. I hope Jackman didn't talk to him first, but we also have to persuade both Tyrex and Barbazon, who hate each other. But it is all irrelevant until we find out what has happened to Shark. So it's... So, Svensson, Black Pastor, Tyrex, Barbazon, and Barbazon's the Baron from Martinique, right? From there. And then Jackman. And we're trying to find Shark. Trying to find out what happened to Shark. Too bad Hawk is dead. People trusted him and we could use his word. We won't find a better Baron for Maroon Town. It is possible that Jackman has something to do with Blaze's murder, so he is also the clue to finding the second part of the map. Kind of figured that. Jacob trusts no one, and most likely keeps the part of the map in his cabin on the Centurion. Hawk's family used to own the frigate, but Jackman claimed it, just like Hawk's barony. So Hawk was the Baron before Jackman. So Hawk got X'd out by Jackman. We find the second part of the map in Jackman's possession. It'd be a great argument for Stephen's election, especially for Marcus Tyrex, the Codekeeper, and his over-scrupulousness in terms of honor. We will return to Helen her rights over Isla Tesoro as soon as we acquire both parts of the map. We must be careful, though. Jackman won't stay idle and just watch you searching. Well, I'm about to pay the Black Pastor a visit. Tell me about him. Hell if I know what's on his mind. Sometimes he looks like a complete freak, but nevertheless, I believe it's just clever acting. Besides, his men are ready to fight the devil himself in honor of the beloved pastor. They've established some sort of Protestant sect, not far from the Spanish Inquisition on Cuba. So don't start talking about the theological matters there. They won't approve of them. Take that into account. Okay, so I get locations of the Barons. We've got Stevenson's in Blueweld, Black Pastors in Cuba, Tyrex is on what's the island? Horizon, Martinique. Jackman is on Butt Cat. I can't have you on my lap while I'm writing, hun. It's very difficult. Tesoro. That's what I mean. You've put your head in my way. Okay. We're down a lot of info there. Charles, don't waste a minute of your time. I mean it. Remember the clause in the will that says if the heirs don't claim the island within 1 year, then Isla Tesoro will go to the English crown, right? Well, time isn't on our side right now. When you and I last saw each other, there were only about 11 months left until the time is up. I remember, you're right. Time is money, I'm on it. The shark hunt. Of course, just what I needed. More desperate religious fanatics. But there's nothing I can do. I still need Zachary. Alright. Now on our way to Cuba. Update that. Stop trying to eat the pen, cat, while I'm writing with it. Not a toy. I know it looks like one of your sticks. It's not.
There are almost no true noble left anymore. It's our responsibility to be on guard.
Alright, so we gotta head up to So first significant detail in his lecture, first mention of Frigate Fortune. Yep. Which is mentioned being near Port-au-Prince. Which is up here near Cuba. That was where Stephen and his men were. Second significant detail, the shards that these pirate barons used to vote. Yep, the Indian shards. It's like you need 5 of them. Whoever has all 5 is the de facto leader. Justice Island? I didn't see a mention of a Justice Island.
Brother, let us drench our blades in the blood of those wretched papists.
What's up, Zachary? You have anything to tell me? No. Then get out of here. Zachary, I'd like to discuss my safety at sea. The lads from the Brotherhood of the Coast are showing way too much interest in my humble person. Could you rein them in a bit? I'm trying to find Shark Dodson. So Shark is Dodson. And that's who Svensson wants to put on the throne, essentially, the head of the Brotherhood. Stephen Dodds has a nickname Shark. Yeah, I just put that together. They see you were the last man to see him. Can you help me with that? Stephen Dodson. Because Svensson only referred to him as Dodson and then separately would recall him Shark. So that made it a little bit confusing because they were interchangeably using the names. This is the first time where he's been said in the same line. Like Shark Dodson. I don't know how my story would help you because Shark has been missing for the last few months and no one has seen him. It's not a surprise though, he killed Blaze Sharp and disgraced his own name with that foolish act. He made a few powerful Corsairs his enemies. Shark is Dodson's moniker because being a young lad, he killed a shark only with his cutlass and cut out its tooth. Damn. That would definitely earn you a nickname like that. I have every reason to believe that Shark is innocent of Sharp's death. I can't prove it, but perhaps Shark can do it himself. Are you going to tell me anything about him? I was gonna say, so Steven / Shark. His men are hiding Fortune near Port-au-Prince, which is where we are now, asking about it. A few months ago, Steven came to me and offered a very odd deal. He left his frigate Fortune as collateral for a month in exchange for a brig fully loaded with provisions. Then he would either return the brig and pay for the provisions, or I would keep his frigate. A month passed, no sign of either Shark, my brig, or the money. Besides, I heard rumors that Blaze was murdered and Shark was the suspect. Tokyo, you're slowly pushing the blanket off me. I kind of need it for warmth. Correct. I thought that Stephen had escaped from the worst. I sold his frigate to some Englishman named William Patterson. Ah. I was very pleased and paid a great pile of doubloons for the ship. Therefore, I have completely compensated my expenses and hold no grudge against him. I don't care about Sharp's death. I have my own problems to worry about. Interesting, so that's how that came to be. Don't you think that if he wanted to escape, he wouldn't need your brig? He had his own ship, 100 times better than a brig. It looks like Sharp had a plan, but something went wrong and he didn't return in time. As I've already told you, I don't care about Dodson's problems. I have fulfilled my part of the bargain. As for the ship, you'd better ask him why he needed the damn brig. I didn't force him to take it. Fine, let's not talk about it anymore. You're right, of course. Tell me, are you aware of where Stephen was heading on your brig? Who knows for sure, but I have some guesses. He sailed northwest towards the main. So it's either the Bay of Peril, which is known for its hostile Indians, or New Spain, which is known for its Papists and the Inquisition. I doubt that he would sail to any of these places, but they say there is a strange place called the City of Abandoned Ships, located northwest of Cuba. A lot of people consider it a myth, but not me. Not because I'm such a romantic, but because there are real people who have sailed there in their longboats, at least they used to. And who are they? Buccaneers from Cuba. They had been loading their barks with bull carcasses and sailed northwest. They always returned a bit later with their pockets filled with money or with rare and valuable goods. Intriguing. Where can I find these buccaneers? Why are you asking me? Search Cuba's woods. Even if you find them, they won't tell you anything. Why would they reveal the source of their good fortune? So don't waste your time. No one has seen them at it for a long while. Also, I heard of some notes written by the Spanish sailor Alvarado, who visited the island himself, so I am curious. Perhaps Stephen did sail there after all. The unknown isle, which is not on any maps. Well, that is not promising information. I told you from the start that my story won't help you, and why do you need Dodson? The Forest Devil and I want to elect him as leader of the Brethren of the Coast. As I've already told you, there are some serious reasons to believe that Blaze was murdered by someone else. Heh. I take it and is standing for him. Well, you know the law. Dodson will have to get a vote from each Baron. I know the law. My second question then, will you vote for Dodson in the election? Well, he should return first. Actually, I don't care who leads the Brethren as long as he does his business well and doesn't bother me. As I said, I have problems of my own. Do you know how many witches and mages are on our island? No? I'll tell you, a legion! Besides, there are also a lot of papists in Santiago and Havana. Speaking of mages, there is a book called Hammer for the Witches. I really want to get it, but only in English. I don't need Latin, German, or Spanish translations. I don't know these languages. Bring me the book and I will vote for Dodson. Just pay him with a book? Okay. Be aware that Jackman promised me to find it too. If he succeeds first, don't blame me then. Fine, I'll consider that. Thank you for your time. Didn't mean to do that. What the hell did I hit? There we go. After speaking with Zachary, I've realized two things. First, I have no idea where to look for sharks. Second, the pastor will only vote for Dodson if we find him an English copy of the philosophical book Hammer for the Witches. There's a rumor that the shark is hiding on an island of justice, northwest of Havana. But that's doubtful. We don't even know if the island exists still. There's no point in searching for the book until we find Shark. I should speak with Svensson. He must help me unravel this mystery. Gotta put a seizure warning in this video. The sky is flashing. What's up? I'm fine. I didn't crash or anything. Save and reload? Just to fix the bug? No, we're good. I just thought it was amusing. Alright, so we gotta go back to Svensson now. But I didn't need that. Yeah. I've come across some of the texture bugs before. Doesn't bother me. Stop in Belize and pick up some food.
Got company, Captain!
Do you want to see what the barrel is? Let's find out. Oh, we got some silver nuggets and some pesos. Nice.
Whether you're a peasant, an artisan, or a nobleman,
Some food here.
anyone can find a product that suits their taste.
Yeah, a little bit. No rum, though.
Aye, aye, my captain. Who are we saving today?
I see a pennant!
Open up, it's me.
Charles, but what chance? I've already started to miss you.
How are things coming along? Is there anything I can assist you with? I've spoken to the Black Pastor. Sadly, the outcome of our conversation has sent me straight back to you for advice. I'm stumped. Not much to tell you at the moment, just stopping by to see how you are. What did Zachary tell you? Before his disappearance, Shark came to visit him and left his frigate with Zachary as collateral for a break with some food, then sailed off somewhere northwest towards Cuba. That really is fishy, go on. 1 month later, Dodson did not return, as the pastor, according to the terms of the agreement, took the frigate for himself and sold it for a good price to some fellow named Patterson. As far as our affairs go, Zachary mentioned that Shark might have taken off to some legendary Justice Island, supposedly located somewhere not far to the northwest of Cuba. I have heard about Justice Island. They say there is an island where white and black live peacefully to get lives together as equals. Nonsense spread by all sorts of dreamers. But there is a possibility that some sort of smuggler base exists to the northwest. Their barks used to be seen in the open sea on a regular basis 10 years ago. They brought various kinds of goods to Cuba in exchange for food. Treasures for food? The pastor also told me about beef shipping buccaneers. It's pretty much a walking contradiction. These rumors must have a source. Those smugglers or buccaneers were sailing to that region for some reason. I remember the Shark told me some stories about his youth. He was some sort of salve at a strange structure made of shipwrecks in the middle of the sea. Perhaps that is our place, no clue. Anyway, the pastor has a point. Something is out there, either a secret base or an island where Shark has gone. Listen, sail to Santo Domingo and find a scientist named Jose Dios. He is a Spanish cartographer. I once saved him from some filthy scoundrels. I respect educated people. He will help you. Just tell him my name. Go to Hispaniola, find Dios, and speak to him. He knows our region's geography perfectly, and if he cannot help you, no one will. Alright, sounds like a plan. Off I go. So Santo Domingo to a cartographer.
Hold up, Captain. Where were you rushing off to?
First, let me hit up the store here.
I've got the best products around.
A little bit of food. You got some rum. Alright. That'll last me a while.
My store is at your service.
Let's see, I've got some mahogany on me, but...
Come on, don't irritate me.
Alright. Santo Domingo I go. Let's see, if there is a place northwest here, I don't know where the hell that is.
I see a pennant! I see a pennant! Lure away!
Nice. Next time I go by Port Royal, we can swing by, turn in that quest. Spicy and Zensfin agreed that Zachary's theory that Shark might be hiding on an island in the Northwest Caribbean. He and the pastor have seen barks belonging to smugglers or buccaneers sailing those waters before. So Zensfin doesn't believe in the so-called Island of Justice, thank God. But he suspects there may be a hidden smuggler's haven out there. I can learn more from Jose Diaz, the Spanish cartographer. He can be found in Santo Domingo. Question is, can I get into Santo Domingo? We'll see. Worst case, I'll have to go in by land. Actually, it's nighttime, so it should be easier. Anyways. It looks like I don't have it anymore. I don't know why I would have lost it, but I don't know. It looks like I'm gonna get in anyways. I gotta read the story, alright? You don't know F6. I'm reading the story. If I have the license, it'll come up in a moment. I know, F5. You step into the alley, hoping to reach the tavern without incident. Suddenly, a dull thud echoes from deeper in the alley, like a sack of meat striking stone. In the moonlight, you see a man slump against the wall, slowly sliding down. Nearby, someone kneels and hastily wipes a blade on his sleeve. You are so absorbed by the scene that you fail to notice your boot nudging a treacherous little stone underfoot. At that moment, the killer freezes and sharply lifts his head. His eyes sweep the darkness, fixing on the source of the sound. You have not been spotted yet, but he has clearly sensed your presence. The situation escalates rapidly. You have not been spotted yet, but that could change at any moment. A decision must be made. You feel around the dark, find a small stone, and carefully toss it aside, away from yourself. The stone strikes the wall with a dry click. The killer snaps around, shifting towards the sound, and for a brief moment the alley is freed from his attention. Slip past. You manage to slip through unnoticed, weaving through the alleys, and eventually reach a safe place, the City Tavern. The tense night city recedes, giving way to warm light and the hum of voices. Here you are safe. Yeah, I do have a license still. But I didn't need it.
We're always happy to serve our customers, especially the ones who aren't stingy with their tips. I'd like to offer you something. We're always happy to serve our customers here, especially the ones who aren't stingy with the tips.
Nice. I guess I'm gonna have to wait till daytime anyways.
Nadar, come a little closer.
Excuse me, I've got to get to the saloon pronto.
Alright, so somewhere in this town is the cartographer Dios.
The sea is my home, and that's all there is to it. Who are you? Land has become very valuable in our day and age. I'm happy with everything.
Stop procking
How about
freaking
you?
random conversations, game. Tavern store.
Any products for any taste.
I do need slave manacles, but I think I have some on the ship.
Stop on by. Best products in the colony.
I will buy just in case. So no more of the city you can access.
Hold up, Captain. Where you rushing off to?
Who are you?
The right of the store. Okay, so it's an unmarked house in this one? Or is it? Oh, there we go. JD. The lighting did not make it easy
This
to read
region
the sign
conceals
there.
many more baffling mysteries. So many questions, and yet no answers to explain them.
Do you want something? Good morning. Tell me, are you Jose Dios, the cartographer? Yes, that's me. I don't know you, senor. What do you want from me? My name is Charles Demure, and I was sent by Jens Svensson. Do you remember him? Ah, Senior Svensson. Of course I remember him. Come, make yourself comfortable. How is the esteemed Yen doing? Thanks, he's doing fine. Senor Dios, I need your help. I want to consult with you about a matter which you must be familiar with due to your profession. You recommended your cartography, your geography expert of the Caribbean region. I am listening, senor. What do you want to know about the archipelago's geography? They say there is an island of some other kind of formation northwest of Havana, between Cuba and the Gulf of Mexico. This island has never been plotted on any map. I'd like to know how trustworthy these rumors are. You've asked about something that has been stirring within me for many years. This place you've mentioned has attracted the inquisitive minds of geographers for a long time, but nobody has ever been brave enough to explore that region. Why? The thing is, that place is some sort of natural anomaly. The probability of storms in that region is much higher than anywhere else. Perhaps the reason lies in the cold sea current. But that's just my hypothesis. Many ships have disappeared there, and that alone was enough to make sailors avoid the area. All the main sea routes pass far from that region anyway. I take it that you don't know the truth either. Exactly, Senor. But I have a couple of historical documents and some material evidence, so I have every right to suspect a high probability of that place's existence. Can you tell me more? Certainly. The most important evidence is a historical document containing extracts from the journal of Captain Alvarado. I've heard that name before, who visited the island in 1620. Quite an interesting story, I assure you. Captain Alvarado? This is the second time I've heard that name. Yes, it is. I'm not surprised. The story of Captain Alvarado has been part of folklore for years. It changed, became filled with rumors, lies, and dreams. So here it is. The Legend of the Island of the Abandoned Ships. Gossip may change, but paper and ink do not. They remain intact for hundreds of years. Here, read this story. Perhaps it will help you uncover what you are looking for. Thanks. Got anything else? There is a theory that the bottom of the sea in that area rises high enough to form a vast shoal, and I have already mentioned the current. There is also a large accumulation of seagulls and other seabirds, according to sailors' tales. Alvarado mentioned the names of vessels which were part of Admiral Francisco Bentoncourt's squadron. A squadron that was lost more than 50 years ago. I doubt that this is just a coincidence. I will return to my ship and read Alvarado's notes carefully. Thank you for your help, Dios. You're welcome. Actually, I didn't help you at all. You haven't got the coordinates of the place, and neither have I. I can't even prove that there is an inhabited island out there, but as far as I understand, you intend to explore the area. If so, then be aware that I'll be truly grateful for any information, especially if it is supported by material proof. It seems that you're a wealthy man, but I will find a way to repay you. Good. Then we have a deal. Perhaps my notes will be read by someone in the future too, and someone might even write a legend. Why not? Senior Charles, I see that you're an adventurous man who travels a lot. So I'd like to ask you to do something. Yes, I'm listening. You know that I'm a cartographer, so I have been drawing maps of the Caribbean archipelago for 2 years, compiling the Admiral's Atlas for the Viceroy's contest of Nueva Granada. But all of my 24 maps were stolen from my house in the most brazen way while I was captured by pirates, the very ones Senior Svensson saved me from. I am sure that the attack was organized by one of my competitors in order to acquire my maps. It has been a long time, but I have not seen a single map from my set since. I see, you want me to return your maps. Exactly. Perhaps you'll find them during your future adventures. They are easy to recognize. My mark is on each and every one of them. I will generously reward you if you miraculously manage to collect all 24 maps. Fine, I will carefully examine every map I find in the archipelago from now on. Well, I have to go now. Thank you for the interesting conversation and for the document. My last hope was in vain. Dios had nothing certain to tell me, only theories and guesses. He did give me Captain Alvarado's notes, but there are no coordinates or clues about where to search for the mysterious island. Still, why do I keep thinking Shark must be there? I'm at a dead end again. Time to seize Benson. From now on, you will be looting these excellent maps from the quest ships, and also some can spawn in Tier 2 treasures and in the cabins of 3+ rate ships. Okay. So instead of like, I don't even think I have any on me right now. But anyways, instead of like just a normal map, it'll like be marked as one of his maps specifically. Not instead. They just might drop. Yeah. Okay, so it just says excellent map of. Instead, just map of.
Ensuring the safety of the town is a serious task.
Ugh, a lot of reading again today. Glad I'm not doing as long of an episode because my throat, I already feel it from yesterday still. Santiago Galleon, 20.06.1620. So June 20th, 1620. I have no idea, senors, what we have done to deserve such a fate. For what sins, I have no answers, but I will tell you what I have witnessed. I swear by the Holy Virgin that it is all true. Summer 1620. My name is Alvarado, captain of the galleon Santiago. We were sailing from Havana to Veracruz when a deadly storm struck. We lost control of the ship and drifted northward. For a week, massive waves battered us, but the Santiago proved sturdy. Her hull held fast, and at last we found ourselves near a strange island, a veritable graveyard of ships. It was enormous, debris everywhere with no sign of life. We took the ship's boat to explore this strange place. I spotted a narrow passage through the wreckage, and soon we reached the heart of this graveyard, a massive warship called the San Agustin. June 28th, 1620. Surprisingly, it was quiet there, with not a hint of wind. As soon as the men and I set foot on the warship's deck, we were attacked by strange black monsters. There were too many of them, and we had no choice but to surrender. The island was inhabited. People of all races and nations live here, all survivors of shipwrecks over the past 50 years. Thank God they accepted us as their own. They don't know our ship survived. Justice Island, that's what they call it, but I shall name it the City of Abandoned Ships. That is the only name such a place deserves. 2 clans rule this island. Unfortunately, we've been captured by the Rivados clan, descended from savages. They treat white men as they treat Africans and Indians. Our small boat was seized, and we've been taken to San Geronimo to be sacrificed, according to their local customs, to some strange stone idol. I noticed that the ship was likely to sink soon, and I feared that we... June 29th, 1620. The Narwhal clan is their enemy. White men mostly descended from the first European settlers. Fortunately for us, they attacked the ship to rescue their comrades, and in doing so saved us as well. The Narwhals told us we were only an hour away from being sacrificed. Our situation has improved somewhat, but we remain prisoners on the island, as we have no means to secure our... Second. Start a fresh page. And taken to San Geronimo. Let's save so I don't forget, but we do have it in document form, unlike a lot of info we get. There are plenty of treasures in the cargo holds: clothes, arms, tools, rum, wine, and spice. However, supplies and provisions are scarce. That's why the local clans consider San Augustine neutral ground. It serves as a gateway to pass through the wreckage. Only small boats can navigate these waters, and the locals have plenty, trading with smugglers, treasures for food. That's how things work here. Gold holds no value in this place. Not much remains. The locals don't trust one another, hiding their belongings in chests secured with sturdy locks. Some skilled swimmers attempt to dive and search the seabed. They say there are plenty of treasures down there. They must be truly brave to dive so deep. Giant enemy crabs dwell below? The most frightening part is that I've seen them myself. Massive claws and venomous jaws? Sometimes they even reach the surface and... Despite our skin color, the narwhals don't trust us. Perhaps they are heretics. Dutchmen and Englishmen who despise true Catholics. Or maybe they simply fear we might be Spanish soldiers to put an end to their anarchy. In any case, they did not invite us aboard one of their small boats to sail to Cuba for trade. Secretly, without the narwhal's knowledge, I have recorded the sailing directions to this island. Perhaps His Excellency Sancho de Alcis, Governor-General of Cuba, will find them useful for reaching this place and putting an end to it. So the Governor-General of Cuba might have the way to get there? A young local born in Dublin, Ireland, and a true son of the church, has offered us a way to escape the city of abandoned ships. It seems this brave soul has discovered that our ship is still seaworthy. Tomorrow we will steal the Ravado's boat. May the Holy Virgin guide us. Success, but once again we find ourselves at the mercy of a storm. Our hull is damaged and we have only one day to find safe harbor, or our fate will be grim. All the men are in a panic save for our brave young Irishman. No doubt, a great future awaits him, if we survive this ordeal. I wonder who this Irishman was. I'll try and go for at least another half hour, but my throat is starting to hurt. I'd advise you going for a bit longer. I may know who it is, but I'm not sure, even knowing the lore. Interesting. Oh, I gotta switch flags. Of course, I can't see where I am. I don't want to sail any further that way. Let me get away real quick. Wait, didn't I have the French? No, that's right, because we were in Havana. Okay. Okay.
Come on, don't irritate me. Well, you got some news to make my day, buddy.
Alright, 1 second. Ah, okay. So it's probably Dodson then. Shark was there when he was a kid, that's what is being said. Which I think was mentioned earlier in the story, right? Or am I misremembering that? I thought they mentioned something like that. Anyways. I found Dios and we had a pleasant chat. He told me many interesting things, but unfortunately we didn't get down to the nitty-gritty. That's too bad. I had hoped he would lend us a hand. I was counting on that too, but alas. Well, let's not wallow in self-pity. I'll spend some more time contemplating this matter. Yes, tell me, how did Hawk die? Nobody witnessed his death, just as no one has seen his body. He simply disappeared several months ago. Since then, it's been the same as with Shark. Neither hide nor hair. But unlike Steven, Nathan didn't have a reason to hide out. That's why everyone assumed he had perished in the Selva. If it weren't for that, they wouldn't have agreed to elect Jackman in his place. What the hell was Hawk doing in the Selva? It was my fault. I'm an old fool. I persuaded him to deal with the newly arrived bandits. I have no idea who they are or who their leader is. Normally I wouldn't care, but they started kidnapping friendly mosquitoes. Their war chief, Kamvana, threatened to declare the warpath and asked for my help. I had no choice but to intervene. Hawk landed with a small unit on the Mosquito Coast, was caught in a brilliantly organized ambush and was then defeated. It seemed he and his men were expected to land there. Hawk's body wasn't found among the others in the jungle. You've got all sorts of shenanigans happening right under your nose. Didn't any of Hawk's men try and deal with the bandits? Jackman beat everyone to it. He volunteered to resolve the issue at the Brethren's Council and made the decision. Mosquitoes stopped going missing, but the bandits remained there, keeping a relatively low profile. Jackman said that they weren't holding any of their attackers hostage, so there was no reason for the Brethren to declare war on them. Hawk attacked them first, so according to our laws, the bandits were entitled to defend themselves. Everyone agreed, everyone except... everyone but whom? Nathan had a wife. Her name was Danielle Hawk, and she was a tough woman. I doubt she ever got over losing her captain, not to mention the fact that she suspected something from the very beginning and tried to discourage Hawk. I remember they had a huge dispute about it, but that was nothing out of the ordinary for them. And where is Danielle now? Who knows? Jacqueline made sure she left Maroon Town. She doesn't pay me visits, we never liked each other. She's become even more spiteful over the years, and now she must really hate me, because she probably believes that I was the cause of her misfortunes. Perhaps she's searching for Hawk on her own, but what can one woman do? Even if she wears trousers and carries a saber. By the way, she's mastered the saber. I wouldn't recommend testing her if you meet her, and there's no point in talking to the bandits either. They've set up a very impressive camp there and are armed to the teeth, looking like they're ex-military and know their business. They don't allow anyone in their territory. They say the Spanish used to mine gold there. I've been to that camp. But the gold ran out and they abandoned the mine. I have no idea what those bastards are doing there. Well, since nobody has seen Hawk's corpse and the hope of finding him alive endures, God knows, we could even restore him to the baronage. Yeah, how about that? Here, take this letter. When you meet Stephen Dodson, give it to him at once. The contents of this letter will guarantee your safety. Well, just in case. Thanks. I'll make sure to do that. What? Oh, 1 second. I have a suggestion, by the way. Tomorrow day, we can make a rest day, and the day after tomorrow, we can do live stream and continue the Pirate Saga at the point where we stopped today, of course, if your schedule allows it. Unfortunately not. I work... My next day off is not until next Sunday. I can't do another live stream till then. I don't mind trying to, like, figure things out as much as I can by myself. But unfortunately, like, I work during the day from 7 a.m. until whenever the mail's done. The reason why I don't do anything in the evenings is because I can never predict when I'm getting done work. Because my job is literally, you work until you're done working. So it's not like a 9-to-5 job where I can plan around it. Which, that's unfortunate, but that's why I do like the early morning recording and then post up the video later in the day so I can edit it, put it out there. That's why I have the schedule I do. Alright, after exiting his house, don't go anywhere. Alright. Those bandits from the abandoned mine are quite intriguing. Something is definitely amiss here. Perhaps Danielle, Nathan's wife, has uncovered some useful information. But where should I look for her?
I go by my husband's last name.
Hey, look,
Nathaniel
speak of the
Hawk.
devil.
Ever met him?
Yeah, I know, Mangy. I've visited the mine already. I found the 2 different ways you can get in there and get shot. I remember getting hit by a cannon from there, I'm pretty sure. Or did they just shoot me both times? Do I recognize this old lady? I do. She definitely looks different, but I recognize the clothes, but yes. So you still don't understand who this Danielle and Nathan are, right? No, I do. Wait, handsome, I think we should talk. Do I know you anyway? I always have a few spare hours for a lady. I know who they are, but I feel so weird being in a story after his death at this point.
Don't get all excited, Captain. Go try with a Cillian, younger lass.
Don't make plans just yet, Captain. Find yourself a younger, foolish-looking girl for a few extra hours. I have business for you. I'm actually married. My husband's name is Nathaniel Hawk. Isn't that something? So, you must be that, Danielle Hawk? Mr. Svensson mentioned you. Yes, the Sea Dogs 2 also present in the lore of this game. Yes. In the flesh. I'm aware that the Forest Devil doesn't think much of me, the feeling is mutual, but he had to warn you that I wear my saber, not just because it's pretty. So cut to the chase, son. I've been shadowing Svensson and his visitors for a while because he was the one who sent my husband into the jungle to die. I thought he was working with Jackman, but now I see that he is not. I was hiding under the window during your conversation. Couldn't eavesdrop on everything, but I learned a lot of useful information. Are you truly willing to find my husband and give Jackman a good thrashing? Or were those just talking big? Or were you just talking big? Eavesdropping is wrong, Madame Hawk, but I will forgive you if you address me with more respect. Whether I'm looking for Hawk or not is my business alone. Speak if you have something useful to say, or leave me if you don't. I won't ask twice. Aha, such a hothead. Come on, Captain. My temper surely isn't making you comfortable, that's for certain. I see that you're no coward and you know your worth, so let's get acquainted. I promise I'll be careful with what I say to you. I need you and you need me. We share the same goals. Take me into your crew and you won't regret it. I will serve you with good faith and loyalty until we find Nathan. You have my word. Consider yourself accepted. Danny? Svensson told me that you had already been searching for your husband. Have you found anything of interest? Not much, but enough to accuse Jackman of lying. The bastard said that the mine's guards, the ones my Nathan faced, didn't take prisoners. And while it's true that no one has seen my husband's corpse at the bay, how could they, since he was actually taken to the mines as a prisoner? Snake Eye, a shaman of the Mosquito people, found him there. He also arranged his escape, but where my husband is now remains unknown. The shaman was mumbling something about some Kukulkan who ate him, but I didn't understand any of it. Besides, the native made it quite clear that white women are nothing but a joke to him. You should speak with him, maybe he will be more forthcoming. That's something at least, such news makes me happier. Where can I find this Indian? There is a village deep in the jungle. We need to land at Amatique Bay and go west through the jungle. I'll show you the way if you can't find it yourself. The stone idol can be found not far from the village, and the savages revere it as their god. I have been there several times, nothing special, really, just a simple stone covered in moss. Interesting, fine, let's go. We'll talk to the shaman and see what to do next. Ready? Sure, of course, I am ready. I've been traveling ever since I left Maroontown. Besides, I don't want to be just another one of your passengers. Fine, let's go to my ship. Aye, aye, Captain. So now we have her as well. I thought she was wearing a saber. It's a hangman. The hell are these skills? Why is she so bad? I mean, her skills are good, but her perks are terrible. Doesn't sound like this. It's better like he's dropping his bad, Miss Hawk, but we know who you are as players, and we know that we can't forbid you to do anything. Yeah.
Nada, come a little closer.
Alright, so we need to go to Antigua Cove, and then we're gonna have to make our way to the village, I'm guessing. Isn't that something? Danielle was waiting for me right in front of Senson's residence. Turns out she had been watching again for quite some time. Overheard our conversation and decided to get involved. I accepted her offer of partnership. Danielle Hawk will accompany me until we find her husband. Danielle has been searching for her husband on her own for some time and has made some progress. A mosquito shaman named Snake Eye claims that Hawk survived and was captured and then escaped. No one has seen him since. What did the shaman mean when he said Hawk could be eaten by the Kul clan? The Kul clan. I need to speak with the shaman to get answers to all my questions. He lives in an Indian village deep in the interior of the West Main, west of Amatique Bay. Devs forgot to rebalance her for some reason. Yeah, I could tell. Alright. Assuming she has to be with me for a bit, though. I'll look into that afterwards. Alright, so I gotta go north of here, right? Yep.
We've got company, Captain! I see a pennant!
Cool clan? Or Cool clan? Cool clan. Or Cool can. Cool can. A cool can. Was that what I thought it was? No. Okay. Like it was a different colored ship. Sail. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Alright, let's go, ladies. Yep, that includes you, Tommy. Hello. They must be looking for help to get somebody out of jail, huh? Alright, so we know this map decently well. So stay to the left, all the way down. Indians, blue weld optional, then back to India. Like we do back if it's optional. Aha. I knew there was an item.
Well, what do you think?
Charles, come on, I'll show you the stone idol the Indian shaman was talking about. Just an ordinary stone pillar. Let's go. She's talking about this thing. I realized.
Let's not waste any time, Captain.
Hey, take a look. It's just a stone statue, nothing special. I see, though the figure at the top is a bit sinister, don't you think? All Indian statues are frightening and sinister looking. I have seen something similar before. They are all the same. Anyway, let's go. The village is nearby. Let's go. San Geronimo and the stone idol? It's the same one? That doesn't make sense, location-wise. So we're down here. Are you just saying, like, this is what the stone idol will look at San Geronimo? They'll look like this. I'm gonna give Mangy an aneurysm. Better stop, man. Alright. Which house is this village's shaman in? It's usually the middle one.
The straight path is not always the shortest, my pale-faced brother.
What's up, Snake Eye? Greetings, my pale friend. Hello, shaman. Why do you assume that I am your friend? I know a lot, but I don't always know exactly what. What a phrase. I came here with a purpose. Fate led you here. I am here to help you. Good to know. I am indeed here for your help, my red-skinned friend. I'll be direct. What did you mean by telling Hawk's wife about Cuckoo Can? Even dead fish drift away, and a living man is led by fate from goal to goal. The goal of the chained captain, who was chased by wicked men in the selva, was the Cuckoo statue. If he sacrificed himself, he could be far away from here. I don't understand a thing. What is the statue of your god for? And how was Hawk able to go so far on foot that nobody can find him even now? Fun fact, Snake Eye used the same model as Jack Sparrow, just reskinned a bit. It does look somewhat familiar. If Cuckoo Can ate Hawk, then it could spit him out perhaps even in another world? Cuckoo Can has eaten me 3 times, and each time I ended up in a different place. Long ago, I arrived here and decided to take no more risks. I did not go into Cuckoo Can's mouth, and I do not know where he spits his victims out. Jesus, this is beyond my understanding. Are you telling me that the stone idol can teleport people far away? Not only that, Cuckoo Can rules not only space but also time, or perhaps even more. I told the chained captain about the gold statue that devours people. It's not gold. Perhaps he decided to risk it when he saw the pursuers were close. Wait, the statue is made of stone, and you were talking about a golden one. At midnight, the idol comes to life and turns to gold. In this moment, the spirit of Cuckoo Can dwells within it. Beware of approaching, or you may see the sun rise from a different place. Even the stars may shift in the sky. You may meet those who have not yet been born, or witness the birth of those who died long ago, or who were never born at all. What the? Riddles and riddles again. You intrigue me, Snake Eye. You said you've survived 3 encounters with Cuckoo Can, the god you believe in, so why shouldn't I try my luck with the idol of a god I don't believe in? Pity. Pity that you don't believe. Perhaps Cuckoo Can himself called you and made you leave the land of your ancestors, but you don't hear him yet. Everything happens for a good reason. If you decide to risk it, then you must know that I survived each time only because I had wonderful Hamachi potions. Comanche, is that another tribe? That is what enemies call my people, whom I will never see again. The potion restores strength and endurance, and also heals and saves you from strong poisons. You need several flasks, but I only have 3 left. There were 4 flasks, but I lost one in a strange place. It looks like a cemetery on white men's ships. What? It looks like a cemetery on white men's ships. That is where I began my journey in this world. Perhaps Kukulkan spat the captain out there? Oh, cemetery of white men's ships, so a city of abandoned ships. If so, I do not envy him. What is this place, the ship's cemetery? Strange place, it should not exist, yet it does. People who kill, because of skin color, live there. They keep their supplies inside a big ship where Kukulkan spat me out. I did not go into its hold, which they protect from thieves. They aren't trusting neighbors. If you get there, find another exit. Don't go into the hold, or there will be trouble. Not going in the ship's hold. White Boy will help you find another statue if he still lives. Give him this white bead. He likes them. My head's already spinning, and this is just getting more and more interesting. Go on, my redskin brother. If you find the captain alive, he might be very ill. I had no time to give him the potion. Look for my tambourine there. It is difficult to talk to spirits without it. Well, this place sounds very interesting. Let's hope Hawk was teleported there. Will you give me your potion? I'll give it to you, but you must give me 3 local amulets in exchange. Sansa, El Torzo, and Gypsy Fan. 1 flask for each amulet, so it is fair. Come back when you have all the amulets. Then we will exchange them. Don't think that I am greedy, or perhaps you'll reconsider while searching for the amulets. I won't think that. Wait for me, Snake Eye. I'll be back soon.
Well, what do you think?
I asked if you learned the perk that allows you to search chests without getting caught. This perk massively simplifies gameplay at this point in the game. What perk allows you to search chests without getting caught? What did that redskin ventriloquist tell you? Did you get anything from his philosophical words? Were you eavesdropping even again, Danny? Well, a bit. You know, we women are just like that. But you must understand, I just worry about my husband. I actually love him. So what if I am eavesdropping? Anyway, did you get anything useful? I'm trying to think. It wasn't easy to understand Snake Eye. However, it seems that the idol we saw on our way into the village is some sort of magic portal that can teleport people. Don't look at me like that. It wasn't my idea, and so far I've had no trouble with my head. You asked me what the shaman told me, so I'm telling you. Please excuse me. I won't look at you like that anymore. Go on. He said that when Nathan was almost caught by his pursuers, the Indians showed him the statue as a means of rescue, calling it Kukulkan, and saying that it swallowed Nathan whole and spat him out somewhere else. To put it simply, it seems that Nathan was teleported by the statue. God, what the... Nathan and I have already been in a similar mess before, and now it's happening again? We had enough adventures with that Indian temple filled with Maya magic. What did you just say? It's nothing. Charles, it doesn't matter. Just memories of my wild youth. But now, was Nathan able to do that? I mean, to teleport? We were just near that idol. I was walking around it and touching it. It's only stone. Snake Eye told me that the idol comes to life at midnight. Only then does it begin to glow with a golden light. When the spirit of Kukulkan enters it, that's the time when you should touch it, or perhaps you should. Creepy. Now what? Shall we wait until midnight and then head into the jungle? No, the shaman said the idol not only teleports people, but it consumes their lives. As far as I understood him, he meant that it drains their health. Snake Eyes has passed through the statue 3 times and has healed himself with some unique potion after every teleportation. Have you asked him for this potion? Sure. But firstly, there are only 3 flasks left, and secondly, he demanded 3 amulets in exchange for them. Yeah. How about doing this without the potion? Let's go to the statue at night and touch it. Too risky. I concede that the Indian's a bit out of his mind in fooling us. But he doesn't look like a psychopath, so I believe he is telling the truth. I recall you were telling me something about Indian magic. Do you doubt its existence? Yes, I was. I don't doubt it because I saw it with my own eyes. So I suppose you are right. There is no point in risking it. Exactly. That is why we will find the amulets first, then get that wonderful potion from the shaman, go to the statue. I will go alone. Why is that, and what about me? You will stay on my ship and you'll be in charge while I'm away. Don't even try to argue, Danny. There are only 3 flasks of the potion. It's unknown where the portal leads if the shaman's right, and this thing actually works. Perhaps I won't be able to find Nathan there. You are just like Nathan. All men are the same. Fine, I agree. It's good that we understand each other. Let's go now. We need to find the amulets.
You promised to tell me something very important.
If you did not, you'd have to order it through the lighthouse and basically waste 3 months. Ugh. Permission to speak, Captain. Yes, Helen? I know this Snake Eye. He's a good man, but a bit odd. He regularly sends people on quests for who knows what. I see that you've received that dubious honor as well. That's right, I need to bring him 3 amulets or else he won't be able to help me reach Hawk's place. I can't figure out where to find them now, and time is running out. I'll help you, I admit. I was hoping that for once I could be of use to you. Hoping to prove myself. Nonsense, Helen, you don't need to prove anything to me. Nevertheless, I want to help you. Here, take the key to my room. I mean, the chest in my room. There's not much, but it might come in handy for you. And Charles, just try not to burst out laughing right now. I wasn't going to. I see you're interested in these things. I'm a sailor, Captain, just like you. In our line of work, we must do all we can to get Lady Luck on our side. Thanks, Helen. I really appreciate it. Thanks to fucking God devs added this option in Roomba quests and rework treasures, so until this moment, You will have most of the amulets. I still remember when in To Each His Own I saved scum these amulets. Only if she don't fail her up to this point, by the way. You might as well not have this moment. I am so confused. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. And I'm gonna refill my water, guys. About to run out. My throat's kind of hurting a little. But we'll try and keep going for at least another half hour. I'll be right back. Ugh. All right. All right. Let me see here. Well, Spain Art, you know that, right? If you intentionally fail all relationships with Helen, you won't have this. Mangi, should we tell him directions where to sail? And you'll be able to take the talisman right away, not after the saga. To avoid spoilers, yes, I know at my current playthrough I failed her purposefully. Like to see what he does first. We'll correct him just in case. I see a message that says don't read the chat, so I stopped reading the chat. Snake Eye told me a great deal, but much of it was beyond my understanding. Apparently this stone statue can transport people through time and space. The Indian must be mad, yet he doesn't seem it, and something tells me he speaks the truth, though my mind will still struggles to accept it. If I want to find Hawk, I must do as he did, let the statue devour me. From what I gather, this process is quite dangerous, so first I need to obtain some special Machi potions, said to heal even the gravest illness. Snake Eye is willing to give me 3 potions in exchange for 3 amulets. Alright, let me go get the amulets. Let me know when I can read chat again. I'm just glancing over at the laughing faces. No. Okay, read now. Okay, basically, if you got enough Roomba points, you got this key from her. You can just go to her room and get needed amulets. And not just needed, but there is literally every amulet in the game, 1 each. Just don't read above to avoid potential spoilers. Okay. Note to self, read chat log back after stream. No, I'm just kidding. When I get back to the ship, should I leave my vanguards there now, or does it just automatically leave them with the ship when I transport? The hell? Monsieur, a moment of your time. Are you a captain? It's got a random encounter here. There's nothing but mountains and thick jungle around here, no roads to the city, yet here you are. You're not just sightseeing, right? Good observation, but you still haven't told me what you want. Alright, Captain, our ship hit rocks just off this cove. We're the only ones who made it. I'm sorry, you want me to take you somewhere, don't you? Alright, we won't be any trouble, I swear. Just drop us off at Belize and we'll manage from there. Should I do this real quick? Rescue amulets, manga rosa potions. Okay. I'm gonna have to do some crafting then. Yes, do it. Okay. Thank you, Captain. Who knows how long we've been stuck without you, indeed. Let's not waste any time. What are Plantina? Check yourself out before you return. Okay. Looks like I gotta run these guys to Belize real quick. Weird. Platinum, okay. Thanks again, Captain. We're just simple sailors, so we don't have much to offer you. Well, at least we didn't have to go too far out of our way. We'll raise a glass to your health and light a candle for you in the church. That's better than nothing. Cheers, lads. Uh-oh.
Ensuring the safety of the town is a serious task.
There we go. Did you hear they finally caught him? Our waters are safe at last. That's good news, but who did they catch? Matthew Lutter, the windbag himself. I'm not familiar. What did he do? You don't know? Well, you're clearly not English. I can tell. He's a pirate who's been plundering us and the Spaniards for years on his ship, the Seagull. Plundering both the English and the Spaniards? That's unusual. Indeed, the coastal guard could never catch him, but in the end he bit off more than he could chew, lost to some strange merchant ship, if you can believe it. That's amusing. What's so strange about the merchant? Well, it was just one huge, clumsy galleon with no escort. But thanks to her madman captain, Letter will sing his last song today. He's about to be hanged. You should come see. I might, but for now I have other matters to attend to. The hell is happening now? What are these quests? I don't know. What is this quest?
The sea
Seems
is
kind of
my
random.
home, and that's all there is to it.
Long way. Is this Long Way's, like, personal quest again? A Spanish merchant defeating a daring pirate. You're thinking what Long Way is thinking, right? The Morning Star, yeah. Most likely, there's no other merchant captain like him in the entire archipelago. We must find him immediately. Right. But I don't see any heavy galleon in port. Let's try to talk to the windbag before he's hanged. Let's see if he's earned that nickname. If Longway were in my shoes, he'd probably say something like, "Accidents aren't random," quoting one of his Chinese sages. I never imagined that a routine encounter with the shipwrecked sailors would put me back on the trail of the Morning Star. They convinced me to take them to Belize, where I learned of the demise of the notorious pirate Matthew Lutter. He was defeated by a merchant, a most unusual tale, especially since it involved a peculiar galleon flying the Spanish flag. It must have been Olivero Fermentelos. But since he's no longer in port, I'll seek the commandant's permission to speak with Matt before he is executed. Okay, is there any point where I can stop this, like, not do this one progressing? Because I've got the other one I'm working on. Like, I assume I gotta at least go talk to Matt before he gets hanged, but it seems weird that it triggered here. You've got enough time to do which... It told me nothing. Maggie, you speak. I didn't play Long Ways Quest. That's right, you like the other part of Dutch Gambit. Just go speak, see what's the deal. Alright. It's gonna be probably in the prison then. There's the prison in this town.
Come on in. Have a seat. Make yourself at home.
And the prison warden, what do you need here? Speak, I'm listening. The whole town seems to be celebrating the capture of a pirate. Can you tell me more about it? Gladly. This isn't just any pirate. It's a scoundrel Matthew Lutter. Everyone's luck runs out eventually. You're not English, and you don't look like a merchant, so I can see why you're not as excited. Lutter terrorized these waters for years, attacking both us and the dogs, but more often us. He always managed to evade our coastal patrols, tailing his corvette, the Seagull, which was once the fastest ship in the archipelago. How he came to command a warship like that, only God knows. So it's true he lost to a merchant on a Corvette? Sounds unbelievable. As strange as it sounds, it's true. A merchant and a Spaniard at that. Our navy could learn a thing or two from him, Captain Sata. Realizing there was no escape, prepared for battle. Quite the unusual character, this Sata. Perhaps. He had his ship refitted to carry as much cargo as possible, which made escape impossible. Knowing the pirates were after his cargo, he pretended to be adrift and then he raised the sails at the right moment. No, he fired a broadside of grape shot at point-blank range as Letter approached, and then boarded the pirate himself. He then found out who Letter was, he handed him over to us, a true hero, a man of honor. It wasn't just honor driving him, there must have been a reward for catching the windbag. Sometimes prophets align with good intentions, but yes, he was handsomely rewarded. His Grace loaded him up with expensive goods as a token of our city's gratitude before he sailed. I wish I'd met him. I'd like to shake his hand. Tell me, is he still alive? Can we talk to him?
Come on in. Have
What?
a seat.
Oh yes,
Make
he's alive. The
yourself at
execution
home.
hasn't happened yet. You can go talk to him. He's more talkative than ever. But lately he's been spouting nonsense, mostly talking to himself. The windbag's gone mad. I can't wait to hang him before we all go mad from his endless chatter. Thank you. God, that commandant was an endless chatter.
Ensuring the safety of the town is a serious task.
He stole my treasure. Matthew Letter? My treasure is bound to him now. You know him? There's nothing we can do. What do you want? Do you want to take something else from us? There's nothing left. She's going to die, or worse. Who's going to die? What treasure? Never mind. It's your own fault. You attacked that galleon, not the other way around. No! It was the other way around. Damn that Hidalgo. He's the reason we're in this mess. He came right at us and fired point blank. Then he took her from us. Really, that's not surprising. What else can you tell us about him? And what did he take? Who's she? Ah! Ah! I see I'm wasting my time. Captain, with your permission, Letter out. End of line, pal. Okay. Captain, we need to find out more about Sada and Letter. Let's ask around. Good idea, Longway. We didn't get much from the yelling man anyway. But it's better to start with Sada. Right, he's the one we're after. Let's go. Oh, no, wrong button. Is that it? Ask around town? Okay. Before I do that, because I got a little bit more, I gotta work on getting the things you told me about. No. Then clean up my character otherwise. Wait. I didn't do it with the arrow key. else? Normal stuff. Alright, so I got platinum ingots and I got pearls. That it for now? Now you wanted me to bring Manga Rosa potions, which you have to craft. How much Manga Rosa do I have now? I have 15, so I can craft the potions. What should I do? I've got 15, so I could do up to 5 of each. You just need one potion? Yeah, but I was thinking of just... Oh, I only need one of these potions? This one? This is for, like, the melee combat one, isn't it? Yes, attack speed. Okay. Okay. Dump the items it put in my hand. Yeah. I got one on me. I'll keep it in my inventory for now. And then I've got the pearls and the platinum. There's not anything else that I need, right? Alright, let's go ask around. Alright, so usual place to ask around. Okay.
You want to find the cuisine better than
I've got
ours
it.
around.
Tokyo. Ihan? She's giving herself a bath. I'm glad to have you, Sir Charles. I'm glad to you patronize my humble establishment. Get some questions. Alright, so he doesn't have more info. There's a merchant, so maybe at the store? I just gotta ask random people around town.
Whether you're a peasant, an artisan, or a nobleman, anyone can find a product that suits their taste. I'm happy with everything here. How about you?
Have you by any chance crossed paths with Captain Edgardo Sata? Can you tell me anything about him? He sounds like a man worth knowing. I didn't get to talk to him, but I saw his ship, a heavy galleon. It's dangerous to sail alone in these waters, but Sata manages without an escort. Probably chasing every gold coin and cutting costs wherever he can. Well, I won't keep you. Good day.
my husband saw us.
Let me find somebody to ask the other question.
I'm happy with everything here. How about you?
It's hard to believe, but don't trust everything you hear, sir. I've seen him as clear as I see you now. It's good he caught letter, but why all this merchant charade? He carries himself like a soldier. I can always tell a relative of mine served for years. Interesting. Well, everyone has their secrets. I'd better go. Thanks for the insight.
Pirates are wreaking havoc. Products are getting more and
People
more
like me
expensive,
are what
and it's
hold this
only
town
going to get
together.
worse.
Remember
You
that.
can trust me on that one.
Alright. There we go. They don't know anything, obviously, but we've got enough to start thinking for ourselves. From what I've heard, Sada will probably try to sell those strange goods he was rewarded with, and soon. The strategic goods. God, can't read anymore now. Exactly. We should intercept him on his way to Port Royal or Capsterville. The only question is where he's heading and where we should engage him. Or maybe we'll catch him in the open sea. No, Longway meant is a seasoned captain. A fight in the open sea could go either way. We'd have better chances ambushing him in port. You're right, I suppose. No matter what really happened between Matt and him, Sada is dangerous and can't be underestimated. We can't wait either. Right, again, long way. So let's raise the anchor immediately, and then we'll plan our next move. Sometimes the hunter and prey switch roles. Windbag Matt turned out to be quite talkative, perhaps too talkative. We managed to get into prison and speak with him before his execution. I wonder if Letter was always like this, or if his defeat at the hands of Fermentelos drove him mad. He ranted about how the Morning Star fired first on his seagull and took away his treasure, now destined for him. Ridiculous. Olivero is likely heading to Port Royal or Capsterville to sell the strategic goods he was rewarded with capturing Matt. We could try to intercept him on the high seas, but Longway is strongly against it. He fears sinking the Star and losing any chance of finding his sister. I'll have plenty of time at sea to figure out the best way to approach this. Now, can we leave this quest here, or do we have to keep doing it? It sounds like it could possibly have a time to it. Should go to Port Royal. It's not long, by the way. Okay. Well, that means that's all we're doing the rest of today. All right. Yeah, I think I just got unlucky and it randomized it into the quest, I would assume. I don't think it's probably a set thing. Holy crap. Alright, here we go. Lord Captain, the Morning Star is in the port. Yes, I've already noticed. What's your plan? I haven't decided yet. Trying to board them under the fort's guns would be suicide. Even if we capture their heavy galleon, we can't escape on it. Do you have any ideas, Longway? Yes, we could anchor off a safe cove and approach the galleon by boat under the cover of night. I think Portland Cove would be a good fit. Close enough and relatively safe. What do you think? Good choice. Great. That's settled. Did we miss anything? I don't think so, Lord Captain. We just need to be well prepared. Absolutely. Let's wait until nightfall and attack. We'll start preparing the longboats in the meantime.
Take no prisoners!
Edgardo Sata, who the fuck are you? What's going on, Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes doesn't work here anymore, and we have sealed all the hatches tight, so we won't be disturbed for a while. Man, he is an ugly-looking fella in that outfit. What? Vermentelos? My name is Edgardo Sata. Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. We know that's not your real name, Olivero. Vermentelos is dead. On second thought, you do look too young. You obviously couldn't have been the captain of the Morning Star 10 years ago. So what happened to Olivero? We got rid of him. He was just another problem we had to clean up. Just like the one standing next to you. Well, since you're not Vermentelos, maybe you can still answer our questions. We're looking for someone he took from my friend. I'm not going to tell you anything. He'll never forgive me for this. Right now, you'd better worry about whether we forgive you. I didn't realize he was going to attack me. Annabelle Ladder. He's finally dead. That's right. And who are you, madame? Did he hold you against your will? I sympathize. You must have been through a terrible ordeal. I'm Annabelle Letter, and thank God, I didn't have to endure much, but I appreciate your concern, Mr. Captain Charles Demure. Letter, you say? Ah, you must have heard of Matt. Poor fellow. I was his consort. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Letter. I'm so confused. Ladder? Letter? Which one is it? You're a widow now. What was your maiden name, if it's not a secret? I didn't have one. Take a closer look at me. My poor mother was a dark-skinned slave girl to the pirates. Nobody knows who my father was, so they didn't bother giving me a proper name. Why didn't anyone touch you then? Don't get me wrong, I'm glad it didn't happen, but still, it's unusual. You're right. Well, let's call things by their proper names. I'm not a pampered noblewoman. I'm the daughter of a slave. I won't faint from a heavy conversation. I'm not one for pampering either, but go on, please. Why didn't the crew lay a finger on the slave girl's daughter? You don't know your father and he doesn't seem to care. I suppose not. Since you know about Matt, do you know he worked for Levasseur for a while? Yes, I heard about it while I was searching for the Morning Star. But what's that got to do with it? Tell me everything, please. You still don't understand, do you? Apparently you haven't heard about Levasseur's preferences. I haven't, but then again, what does that have to do with? Oh, I guess I'll have to tell you all about it. Sit down if you're too impressionable, sir. The thing is, he sleeps with a lot of women, and his wife is not far from him, and she sleeps with almost anyone? Well, you know what they say, like husband, like wife. But no, I'm sure he went much further than that. And how far? It's not just cheating on your spouse. He's taking women against their will. And it's not just one-time abuse. He kidnaps girls and keeps them in one of the wine cellars he owns. So he's getting slave girls on a regular basis, and you were supposed to be one of them. You're right about the latter, but alas, not the first. He doesn't need slaves. Levasseur is insane, in his own way, not like my Matt. Francis wants to own a woman completely, body and soul, and it wasn't about love, of course. He needed free women to break their will. He enjoyed watching the way their looks, behavior, and manner of speech changed over time. Yeah, that is disgusting. You're already feeling a little sick. Now imagine what it was like for those women. I heard about all of this, and not only from Matt. Levasseur once had a Portuguese noblewoman. You looked away and kept quiet. Tell us everything. I've seen all sorts of things in the old world, and during my time in the archipelago too. Nothing surprises me now. What the hell is with that music? Kick in. Stop. I don't want to know what happened to her. I hope those women didn't suffer too long in their hands. I make a very dark joke. That's fine. Go ahead. But you've never heard of anything like this, and I hope you never see it. She was brought to him still proud and unbroken, even though, as Matt told me, Levasseur's men raped her all the way to Tortuga after taking over her husband's plantation near Campeche. He died from a hemorrhage after those monsters shot him in both knees. A strange woman, but you said Levasseur usually didn't touch the women after he wanted for himself. The ones he specifically requested were left alone, but Signora Leontina was a gift, an unexpected and pleasant one for them all. So they indulged themselves. I see. I guess Matt had become one of Francis's favorites. He was invited to one of Levasseur's secret soirees. During the feast, one of the pirates complains that there weren't enough women. Levasseur laughed, and then what happened? Then she was brought out, on a leash, beaten, her back scratched, blindfolded, and gagged. When they removed the gag, all she said was, "Something horrible, I'd imagine." Did she curse them with everything she had? If only. Donna Leontina simply whispered, "What does my master wish?" I think I'm going to be sick. Did Matt tell you what happened to her afterwards? Murdered, of course, but not Levasseur's hands. He discarded her like a stray dog. One of his captains shot her. Before she died, she uttered only one word. A curse? A prayer? No, thank you. Be thankful for death after such torment. She must have endured. Any others like her in that monster's lair? Levasseur particularly despised slaves and dark-skinned women. Said there was nothing to break in them. They didn't last long with him, and neither did the Indians, except for a few particularly stubborn ones. But wilderness and rebellion weren't the answer either. He killed those who tried to please him too soon, and those who remained defiant for too long. That's horrific. Tell me, did Levasseur ever have an Asian woman? No, at least not that I've heard. As for me, I've already told you that he didn't like dark-skinned women. So when Matt was working for Francis, he would walk with me openly on the streets of Tortuga. He even took me to the residence once. Levasseur wanted to make you one of his slaves anyway? Exactly. I don't know why he liked me so much. When Matt found out, he fled the island as soon as he was told. He never returned to Tortuga. He might have been a bit mad, but he loved me. He called me his treasure. So that's what he meant when he said Sada took his treasure from him. Heh, did he say that? Oh, Matt. But it seems we were never meant to grow old together. If Levasseur set his sights on a woman, he'd do anything to get her, no matter her background or the cost. Sada was one of his captains, and he did what he was told. I see. What do you intend to do now, Annabelle? Run, somewhere Levasseur's men can't reach me, change my name, disguise myself? I hope you succeed. I wish you all the best, Annabelle. You'll need money to arrange a passage. Take this. There are 10,000 pesos here. You'll need more than just a little money. Not everyone is willing to help a dark-skinned girl, even a half-breed. Here, take 100 balloons, find a ship, and hide. I'm gonna be generous here. It's only 100. You're right. Thank you so much for this. I'll remember you in my prayers for the rest of my life. Thank you. Godspeed. Good speed. I'm supposed to say Godspeed. Why did I say good speed? That man... No, he's no longer a man. He's a beast. A monster. Torturing women like that? I agree, Longway. I know what you're thinking, Longway, but you heard. He's never had a yellow-skinned woman. But he knew the whole group. Vandervink, Fermentello, Sota... We just read about it in his journal. What if that particular she is her? Who knows? A woman bent on revenge against Fermentelos isn't easy to see why you'd think that, but it could have been any woman whose life was shattered by Olivero. It doesn't have to be your sister. It doesn't even have to be a yellow-skinned woman. Are you refusing to give this a go, Lord Capt'n, at the very last moment? No, Longway, but how do you imagine it? It's unlikely Levasseur will answer any of our questions, and sniffing around Tortuga like this is too dangerous. So what do you suggest? Wait it out? We know Levasseur doesn't like women like your sister, so we can conserve our resources for now. Patience and strength. Francis is a tough nut to crack, but not least because of his turtle. But with Svensson's help, we can talk to him on our terms. I promise you I'd help you find your sister and intend to hold up to it. You believe me, Longway? Aye, aye, Lord Capt'n. But Longway has one more request for you. What is it? You're not planning to go off on your own again, are you? Last time it didn't end so well. Not at all, Lord Capt'n. I realize now that unfortunately a man like me can't do anything on his own in a world run by white men. Longway asks you to dock at Capsterville and deliver a note to George Gravel, asking him to find out anything while you're getting ready. A sensible idea, Longway. We'll do that. Yeah, we gotta go by Capsterville. Alright. Well, we'll head to Capsterville, I guess, real quick to finish up this quest line tomorrow. And then we'll carry on with the Pirate Saga. With the Shark Hunt or Return to the Baron, whatever. After that. So, that's gonna be it for today, guys. I've got to start doing meal prep for dinner. And I'm about near losing my voice. I'm going to be calling it here today. But thank you all again for hanging out with me and watching the stream. So you're done for now? Yeah, I've already done another hour and 10 minutes. I'm about darn near to lose my voice, and I gotta go start working on dinner. So we're gonna wrap up here for today. But based off what I was just told, we'll have to head to Capsterville to drop off the note. To George Gravel. And then I guess it'll take from there. I don't know where it'll take me. But we'll leave it there for today. And maybe we'll do some teleportation tomorrow. But hope you all have a good one. I'll see you again tomorrow. Man, I wish I had whiskey. I don't usually keep any alcohol in the house.